Namaskar. We would like to welcome you all on behalf of Independent Research Ethics Society, AYUSH SAMRIDDHI International Webinar Series at milestone of 2731. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Suparna Sanyal Mukherjee, Madam. Thank you, Dr. Sakat Kumar Basuji, for explaining us, guiding us regarding quality of world-class teachers. I would like to welcome Dr. C.P. Sharma, sir, also. He will guide us as he has been teacher for more than 3.5 decades. Thank you very much for joining. I would like to invite Dr. Suparna Sanyal Mukherjee, Madam, for her valuable address. Suparna ji, am I audible to you? Swagatam.
Yes. Very good evening. It is very nice to be here once again. Thank you very much for inviting me for this auspicious platform. And this is the very interesting and burning topic today. What are the qualities of world-class teacher? It is very difficult to narrate what are the qualities of world-class teacher. So world-class teacher is, you cannot differentiate it. Definition-wise, you cannot say what is the quality of the teacher as a world-class. It is very difficult. Still, we can nurture and we can say on the basis of the, quality and quantity. Here, quantitative research and quantitative method may not be sufficient, but qualitative method is sufficient. A world-class teacher possesses a core set of qualities, including strong communication, empathy, and patience, combined with the passion for their subject and the dedication to lifelong learning. The teaching learning process is a very interesting and very, very scientific method by which a teacher can become a teacher. So the teachers are also foster the critical thinking and then adaptability, at the same time the creativity to meet the diverse adaptability, diverse student needs, at the same time create positive and engaging learning environments and the collaborative, fair and respectful in case of the both the students and teacher colleagues. And we have learned in the teacher education that like the B.Ed and M.Ed, there is a various pedagogical system. So those pedagogy is depending upon the teaching learning process. This teaching learning process is very important and scientific. Previously, the teaching learning process was depending upon the classroom teaching, then blackboard system, then the materials reading and book writing on the copies. But now the teaching learning process is totally changed. Now it has come the smart board, and the teaching learning process is also developing in the online offline process and the hybrid mode. So infrastructural development and infrastructural pedagogical qualities of the teacher is also very important right at this moment, because nowadays the artificial intelligence has been introduced by the system, by the scientific process, and this artificial intelligence, the AI will teach and AI will enter into your class and AI will take your class. So that's why we can say that the subject matter expertise, a strong understanding of the subject, the teachers according to the system, they have to be adopt. And the creativity also, the ability to make lessons engaging, the fun through these creative approaches. The teaching should not be a boring part. Teaching always be the very effective part. So you have to make the student learn, to make them understand, and to foster the teaching process. And there's the adaptability. It is also very important because feasibility to which cater to diverse learning styles and an evolving educational landscape, and the critical thinking, which fostering the students' ability to think critically to solve the problems, and this problem solving is also very important. And this engagement, creating a positive, interactive, and stimulating classroom environment that encourages students' participation. And it is the quality of the teaching learning process and boundaries and pedagogical interact. But in case of the interpersonal qualities, the communication system is also very important, because excellent ability to convey the complex ideas clearly to the clearly and effectively through the students, by which the students can very easily understand how you will teach, how your quality of teaching. It is depending upon the quality of the teacher. And empathy and compassion, also understanding of and care of the emotional and academic needs of the each student. So we have to follow the academic achievement, those academic achievement. If the people are not achieve the percentage of marks, how to develop their quality, it is also dependent upon the teachers. And patience, moreover, the patience is very important for the teacher, a virtue that always and allows the teacher to handle the student challenges with understanding, because every student is a unique, and every student's quality is different. There is no matching process. So how you will identify which students have the quality and which students will be very good in the mathematics, or which one is very good for the physics or chemistry or the biology or the history or geography or education. So this is the teacher's quality, to identify the originality of the students from themselves. And the fairness and respect, the treating all students equally, fostering trust, and maintaining the professional boundaries according to system orientation. Because it is a process where the teacher used to abuse the student, there should not be any abuse. Instead of abuse, there should be the rewarding process should be incorporated, because rewarding is better than the abusing. And each and every students are the nation, the future nation builders. So if we can give respect, we can gain respect from them. We have seen in case of the Pichai, who is the CEO of this Google. So he was thrown it out from his class in the seventh he was in. But one teacher has changed his total destiny, and the teacher used to respect him, and teacher used to give him the importance. So importance is essential. If we can reward them, so that they can gain the interest. And today's teacher is the so high position, and he never forget the teacher's contribution. So that if we can give respect to the students, we can gain respect from them. So this is the giving and respect. And professional and personal qualities, though the teaching is a professional sector, and the teachers are the professional, but enthusiasm for the subject and the teaching profession itself accounting to the teachers quality and training process. And lifelong learning, teachers are never retired. No professor can be retired, though they are retired through their age, but they are not retired. Professor is lifelong process. And professing is a very interesting process and very good profession and noble profession, by which one person can establish, and one person can build up the nation, and one person can build up the each and every individualistic society. And this collaboration, the willingness of to work with this colleagues, and this is the collaborative method. May not be I am 100% correct in my cases, but someone may be the correct for 20%, 10%. So there is a changeable fiction and changeable audience and changeable situation may happen for how the teachers can handle the problem. And organizational skills, the ability to manage their classroom and responsibilities effectively, because there is a gifted children, there is the special children, and there is the normal children. So we have to categorize who are the gifted, who are the normal, and who are the just average student. If we can do this, and if we can maintain maintain such kind of development, and we can maintain the system through this the restoring process, the teaching learning will have been a very good and very understandable process by which we can develop our student, and the teachers can develop the students, and those students are very good endeavor, and the students should be established by themselves, and they are the main thinker, and they can be the think curator, or the think machine, the think banking by which we can develop our nation. And in case of the Ayush Samriddhi, I can also foster that the Ayush is also a teaching learning process. Just because we have seen in the Gurukula system, there was no such kind of scientific endeavor or the any kind of development aspect. But the Ayush Samriddhi, the Ayush has given us the Gurukula system. These Gurukula systems are also very important for the betterment of our life. Those betterment of our life is also passing and encompasses for the betterment of the human being, the nature, the environment. And I also taught at every time, every situation uh, we are getting and learning from this Ayush. And Ayush is giving us the so enormous potentiality, so power, so sensibility, and so the medicinal aspect where it's very important and which is natural. That's why the nature is the best teacher, and nature education is also the very good education. That's why the 2020 policy has been incorporated. The Indian knowledge system, traditional knowledge system, all should be incorporated, and all should be knowing by the students, the present generation. Those the generation is forgotten, but it is also very important and also scientific. So every aspect we should know properly. Thank you very much. Thanks for giving me such an opportunity in Ayush Samriddhi platform. I am really elated and enriched by this Ayush Samriddhi. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much. मैं अब आदरणीय डॉक्टर सीपी शर्मा जी को टीचर्स की क्वालिटी के कंक्लूडिंग निवास के लिए प्रार्थना करता हूं। आदरणीय डॉक्टर सीपी शर्मा सर, स्वागतम सर। सैकत जी कहाँ गए आज नहीं मालूम।
जी नमस्कार।
नमस्कार सर, नमस्कार सर।
अभी हमारी मैडम सुपर्णा मुखर्जी द्वारा एक तरह से कहेंगे टीचर के गुण प्रॉपर एसिस्ट आयुर्वेद में कहूंगा तो हमारे यहाँ तो सर दो बातें विशेष रूप से विद्या वितर्को विज्ञानम स्मृति परता क्रिया यशेत षड्गुण न साध्यमति वर्तते। आचार्य कहते हैं जिसमें विद्या माने ज्ञान हो, अपना विषय का ज्ञान हो, नॉलेज ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट, वितर्क रीजनिंग, वैज्ञानिक सोच साइंटिफिक अप्रोच, मेमोरी, repeated observations and experiences, क्रिया जिसे प्रैक्टिकल कहेंगे, क्लिनिकली एप्लीकेबल या अप्लाइड एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द नॉलेज, ये सब बातें देखी जा सकती हैं एक अच्छे लर्नर की, एक अच्छे टीचर की। या मैं तो ये कहूंगा कारवर माने एक मिस्त्री होता है, डॉक्टर चिकित्सक शिक्षक एक मिस्त्री है सर, जो goes beyond classroom, making Life itself a journey of continuous learning. Continuous learning उसका विशेष a modern Gurukul model that used modern Gurukul used with ancient wisdom and modern innovations. more ancient wisdom के साथ में हमें मॉडर्न इनोवेशंस के लिए पूरी तरह से उनको उसका व्यवहारिक ज्ञान प्रस्तुत करना होगा. इट इंक्लूड्स हैप्पीनेस, नर्सिंग इमोशनल वेलबीइंग एंड joyful learning actively include respect for culture and service to the nation, focused on the producing responsible global citizens, ground in values and compassion and leadership. तो जहाँ हमारा नॉलेज, हमारी रीजनिंग, हमारी साइंटिफिक अप्रोच, ये सब प्रोड्यूस लीडरशिप, प्रोड्यूस globally acceptable citizens, जिसमें मल्टी लैंग्वेजेस, इंडियन लैंग्वेजेस, एंशियंट लैंग्वेज लाइक संस्कृत एंड इंग्लिश, फ्रेंच, अदर लैंग्वेजेस अब्रॉड, जहाँ ग्लोबली जिसके जो अपनी प्रस्तुति दे सके, लर्निंग कर सके, इस तरह का हमारा टीचर होना चाहिए. और अपने विषय का उसमें पांडित्य अर्थात तर्क वितर्क की क्षमता हो. तस्मात् शास्त्रेऽर्थ विज्ञाने प्रवर्तो कर्म दर्शनः, शास्त्र ज्योति प्रकाशात् दर्शनम बुद्धिरात्मनः, ज्ञानिनां बुद्धि ब्राह्मीश्च प्रकाशनार्थ बुद्धि दर्शनम. अर्थात शास्त्र ज्योति प्रकाशन, शास्त्र को देखिए, आज अपन पुराने गुरुकुल की कल्पना करें तो पहले एक ही गुरु के अंडर में अलग अलग छात्रों को देखें, उन्हीं गुरु ने पांडवों को सबको पढ़ाया, कौरवों को सबको पढ़ाया, और उस समय तत्कालीन जो राजा महाराजा हुआ होंगे उनके सब बच्चों को. परंतु कहाँ प्रत्येक भाई में, युधिष्ठिर में प्रशासनिक क्षमत्व आया और सनातनीय गुण आया और न्याय, अर्जुन में पेनिट्रेटिंग अर्थात ये कहेंगे धनुर्विद्या का प्रकांड वो हुआ. साथ ही गायन का रहा. भीम बलवान था और खाना बनाने में माहिर, बहुत अच्छा था. नकुल एक आदर्श व्यक्तित्व होने के साथ साथ गांधर्व संगीत विद्या में. इस तरह से एक ही गुरुकुल में एक ही गुरु के द्वारा उस छात्र की उसकी क्या लर्निंग कैपेसिटी है, किस विद्या में वो पारंगत किया जाना चाहिए, किधर उसकी रुचि है, उसके अनुसार उसके उसमें डेवलपमेंट. तो ये आज की लर्निंग का ये होना चाहिए कि केवल और केवल पढ़ना पढ़ाना ही नहीं, हमें विभिन्न आयामों में, चाहे वो संगीत में अच्छी वो रखता हो तो संगीतज्ञ बना दें उसको, खिलाड़ी है तो उसको एथलेटिक या किसी खेल विशेष में उसको पारंगत बना दें, और यदि वो पढ़ने में अच्छा है, प्रशासनिक क्षमताओं में अच्छा है तो प्रशासक. एक टीचर, एक कर्म कांड में, व्याकरण में विद्वान है तो वो उसको व्याकरणाचार्य, ये हमारी एंशियंट गुरुकुल परंपरा थी। आज हमारी जो गुरुकुल परंपरा है या होना चाहिए, उसमें हमको मल्टी एस्पेक्ट, बहुआयामी प्रतिभा की प्रस्तुति, गुरु में भी बहुआयामी प्रतिभा हो, गुरु अपनी शिक्षा उसके अनुकूल, जिसके लिए वो छात्र उपयुक्त है, परफेक्ट है, जिसमें उसकी भी अभिरुचि है और आप भी इस ज्ञान को सम्यक प्रस्तुत करें। ऐसी लर्निंग होना चाहिए टीचर में, ये गुण होना चाहिए। इन सब पर हमें फोकस करना चाहिए। इस तरह की डिजाइनिंग हो, और इसमें स्कूल कॉलेज टीचिंग में भी रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट का बहुत ही अहम भूमिका है। तो R&D भी डेवलप करना चाहिए, मैं तो ये कहूँ। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ पवन जी, ओवर टू पवन जी, धन्यवाद।
बहुत बहुत आभार सर। अब मैं डॉक्टर शैकत कुमार बसु जी को सादर आमंत्रित करता हूँ। डॉक्टर शैकत बसु जी। डॉक्टर शैकत जी, एम आई ऑडिबल टू यू? डॉक्टर शैकत बसु जी, आज मैं बोल नहीं पा रहा हूँ, मेरा बीपी 200 के ऊपर है। शैकत जी तक मेरी आवाज जा रही है क्या? हम्म,
हाँ जी जा रही है। हाँ हाँ,
हाँ तो
मैं
प्लीज प्लीज।
क्लियर कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन शर्मा जी आपसे कृपया विनती है, अच्छे डॉक्टर दिखाए और उसके जो गाइडलाइंस है वो फॉलो करे। इतना हाई बीपी इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल। तो इसके लिए अगर आपको एक दो दिन हॉस्पिटल में रेस्ट करना है या ऑब्जर्वेशन में या मॉनिटरिंग में रहना चाहिए, प्लीज देखिए, इसे बड़ा सीरियसली लीजिए। फॉर अ कंसिस्टेंट पीरियड आपके बीपी हाई, इतना हाई जा रहा है, सो प्लीज प्लीज टेक केयर। इसके कारण अगर दो तीन दिन के लिए बंद रहे हमारे प्रोग्राम तो भी कोई बात नहीं। आपका सुस्थता फॉर द लॉन्ग टर्म इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, सो दिस इज माय रिक्वेस्ट, प्लीज टेक अप्रोप्रिएट केयर एंड मेजर फॉर दिस, डोंट टेक दिस वेरी कैजुअली, दिस इज सीरियस। आपके इतने हाई प्रेशर्स जा रहे हैं। ओके, आई प्रे टू गॉड फॉर योर स्पीडी रिकवरी। थैंक यू वेरी मच। Teachers are one of the biggest assets of any country or a nation. A nation cannot become a nation, or a country cannot survive in the modern world, cannot be accepted to establish themselves to be into a modern nation state unless they have very good teachers. Because without teachers, if you look into the history of most of the celebrities that we have, or most of the iconic leaders that we have, we never had a Subhash Chandra unless we had Subhash Chandra had great teachers who shaped his life, or we would have never had a Vivekananda unless there was a teacher like Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev that guided his path and transformed into a supernatural individual that not only India but the whole world acknowledges. This shows, as according to Swamiji, Swami Vivekananda mentioned that education is the manifestation of the perfection already present in man. There is nothing more to teach. Like, we always believe that every new chatra, whenever they are coming to the class, school, or the university, we are teaching them. No, the quality of learning and absorbing is already within them. A teacher's role is of inspiration and guiding them in that particular dimension. In today's world, if we look into our universities and things, one of the very frustrating thing that I see is, like, if both in Western countries as well as in India, lack of inspiratory teachers. Inspiratory teachers, why we are losing focus on teaching is because in most universities, I am talking about premier Western universities too, the focus is extensively on research. Your recognition as a professor, your recognition as an academician, your success with the university as an academician, all depends upon your research abilities. How much research funding you are being able to drag from various funding agencies, how many external agencies, including external government, are supporting you with funding, how many extramural fundings you are getting. So as a consequences, the pressures on these academic professors who are the pioneers in their field is so monumental that over the time they have shifted more and more from the teaching, and they have moved more and more extensively into the research. Now, is this harmful? International, the rule for the universities is that like you have a 40-40-20 obligations while working at a university. 40% research, 40% teaching, and 20% administrative work. But in most cases what happens is it is 60 to 70% of research, 20% of your administrative work, because you have to do this, and reduce 10% to your teaching. The universities have encouraged this for a long time. They're providing you with teaching assistant, they're providing you with PhD scholars, they're providing you with postdoctoral fellows and stuff to help you in your class, which is good. Like, because these gives these young people also a chance of dealing and incorporating students training into their career. This gives them an opportunity to learn how to handle a class and things like that. But nonetheless, where I see the problem is that there is this lack of inspiration. A PhD and a postdoc or a tutorial student who is assisting a professor does not have the experience of that professor in his profound learning, in his profound knowledge, in absorbing a subject, and does not have yet ventured through that long path of struggle, fights, where that individual has gone through and has amassed immense wealth of academic knowledge and experience, which would inspire the next generation. So what I find out in the universities today is that there are very few professors left who are capable of inspiring the next generation of our students. What is happening as a consequence? The consequence is this, that over the time, globally, we are not getting quality research students. People can move into many jobs. Like, you can become a doctor, you can become an engineer. But when you become a teacher, when you become a researcher, although there is an official time limit of 10 to 5 or maybe 11 to 4, depending on countries and culture, it may be a 6 day a week, could be a 5 day a week job. But these jobs are not time based. Once you are a teacher, you are a teacher in your classroom, you are a teacher outside your classroom, you are a teacher when you are within your family, you are a teacher when you are in the campus and even outside the campus. You are always inculcating students to become inspired to move to the next field. There used to be a time when they're like, during the cafeteria or the lunch period, a professor is going to sit with the students and they're just chatting, they're just having a general discussion on a particular topic, on a research paper that recently has been out, or maybe something new inspirational that he or she is thinking. And this has immense impact in the sense that it inculcates into the mind of a particular brilliant person that craves for research, that crave for learning, that crave for higher learning and stuff. This is getting missed in our universities around the world, because we are now, students are paying money. Once you are paying money, this is the demand from the student is now that this is a customer service. If I have paid for Amazon has to deliver me that good. So under these circumstances, what we see and what is happening is this, that because it is becoming a more corporate structure within the university too, the university is ready to give the degree at the end of the program. You write an exam, the exam is marked, you get your certificate and you are out. But this is not the role of the schools and universities only. It is not a degree dissemination center. It is not a diploma dissemination center. It is a wisdom and knowledge dissemination center. We are forgetting that all over the world, and the consequences is that less and less number of high quality students who could have become researchers are moving into other fields and areas because there is no one there to inspire. So the greatest role of a teacher, to my mind, is inspiration, whether it is higher studies, whether it is high quality research, or it may be primary school, secondary or tertiary level of education, where a student decides upon a subject. A student is increased. PC Roy, the chemistry guy who is considered the father of chemistry, was inspired by a teacher in Presidency University who made and changed his life and made him interested towards chemistry. So every professors of our old age, if you look whether Jagadish Chandra Bose to PC Roy, everyone who call father of physics, Indian physics, or father of India international biophysics, or father of chemistry and things like that, they all have been inspired by some teacher or other in their life that has shaped their career, that has changed them as an individual to explore and endure the trouble and challenges to find the intrigues of the science. This has enriched the university. This has enriched our level of knowledge. This has enriched our industrial growth, agricultural growth, and it has enriched us human as a civilization. So just like doctors and nurses, teachers and journalists constitute one few two important pillars for a nation to thrive and survive. Those countries like Japan, where they have outstanding good quality teachers that they maintain in their school system, is one of the greatest success for their technological innovations and development. If you look into Israel, in their school system, they pay a very serious attention in having good teacher-student interaction so that the students get inspired from their teachers and come up with new innovative technology. Israel is surviving. They do not have that much of agriculture. They do not have other industries. They're surviving on innovation. That's their major selling point. An entire country, their entire GDP is based on their innovative commodities, products, technologies that they have developed is being sold to the entire world. So this is how a nation gets built up with good teachers. If you look into even our ancient scriptures, cultures, ancient civilization, whether Chinese, Mesopotamian, Egyptian, or even our Alexander the Great, he was very much inspired by his teacher that shaped his life so that he became one of the outstanding conqueror who traveled half of the world during his time and conquered that and connected Europe with Asia. There was a very strong influence of his teachers on his philosophy, mental capability, thinking forward or thinking ahead of time. So teachers from ancient to medieval to our modern times are an essential asset for a nation. There are, we spend quite a significant amount of money even if not in India, in other countries I have seen there is a significant research and education just on good quality of teaching, how to deliver your teaching, how to interact with the students and stuff. Extensive good quality research on education formats are being delivered, being designed and developed. But these are all becoming research papers. These are all becoming techniques, methods that are greatly appreciated in the scholastic world. But how many of them are percolating down into other university, colleges, schools? And how many of the teachers and professors are following them to inspire our next generation of next generation of students is an important question to ask. So world-class teachers make a world-class students, and world-class students make a world-class nation. A nation that everyone aspires to be a citizen because of the success in its industry, agriculture, socio-economic life, and their socio-political life. But the inspiration for building that nation comes from very good teachers. So even today, in the day of AI, in the day of computer information technology has taken over, where we are talking about that we do not need teachers anymore because the information that we need is always available at the tip of our finger. But is the inspiration available at the tip of our finger? Can AI inspire you to become a scientist? Can information technology inspire you to dedicate your life to a particular cause of science and technology or agriculture or development or a social development? No. It can only assist you in collecting an amazing knowledge, not being able to make you into a better teacher or a better individual. That has to depend on you. So the investment on teachers is always important, and world-class teachers are an essential commodity, I would say, that shapes the future of a nation. Unless we have quality teachers, there is very little future for the nation. We could see countries where there is no education, no teachers, where they're being transformed into, and countries with well laid out education system and good teachers incorporated into the system, what economic, social, technological developments that are making. So even to this date, world-class teachers are an essential part of our society. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. It has been a pleasure continuing on this AYUSH platform. Thank you very much. Sharma ji, I am done. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Take care.